JACCC really is an anchor institution in Little Tokyo, in Los Angeles, really for all of Southern California.
The variety of performances, the screening of films, the opportunity to practice cultural traditions, those are things that we cannot take for granted.
The JACCC is a fun place to learn about the Japanese culture.
As a Japanese American, arts and culture are key to who we are as a people.
This is the glue. This is how we tell our children who we are. These are all are connecting like little links of our culture that hold us together. And the JACCC is a container for that culture.
Downtown LA is becoming more vital than ever in Southern California, and the JACCC is a big part of that.
As one of the largest Japan towns in the country, I hope that it continues to grow, but maintain the essence of what this community is.
It helps us to articulate what our community is. Like a physical place like Little Tokyo provides that identity to the community.
The new garden is a space where you can just walk in and spend an afternoon having a moment of serenity in a very busy downtown LA.
The rocks in the front that are like towering, they're just tall, and it's like you just want to sit up there and go like, oh, I'm so tall.
It's a rare thing to have an actual beautiful stage like we have, and a center with so many possibilities. It's meant a lot to many, many artists.
There are a lot of new people down here, people aching for cultural experiences, and I think JACCC brings that as its gift to the rest of the city and to the region.
The JACCC really provides that opportunity to see the best of arts and culture from Japan here in LA, right in our backyard.
It's a great place to showcase Japanese performances, and it is one of the premier places in America.
When you bring work from Japan, it strengthens our global relationship. We learn about new techniques, a deeper respect for the arts and culture.
And whether it's taiko or bunraku or kabuki, seeing all those right here in LA is an amazing opportunity.
A lot of people look at me and they say, "You're Japanese American," and they're surprised. And I think as my children grow up, they look even less Japanese American than I do. But I always want them to have a touchstone for that very important part of our family legacy.
As a mother of two daughters who are growing up in an environment that there are not too many Japanese Americans, the JACCC is really important to us.
My mother moved to America from Japan and brought with her traditions and language that she passed on to me. As a parent, I'm probably not doing as good a job as she did in passing those on to my children. The Cultural Center is where my children can pick up on the things that I haven't done as well.
I think very important to young students to learn traditional cultural things that then develop for the future.
I know how to write English, but I don't know how to write Japanese. So it's kind of cool to see how the Japanese writing is.
I really enjoy seeing the young adults bringing in a lot of enthusiasm into the educational workshops here.
A cultural center that keeps replenishing with younger people and reaching out and teaching whoever wants to learn. I think that's what JACCC does best, better than anyone.
As a Japanese American, often I think we're not encouraged to become an artist. We're expected to pursue careers of a more financially lucrative nature, but the JACCC is kind of like that one JA parent that says, become an artist. Besides being a stronghold of Japanese American arts and culture, it's also a place where dynamic and exciting new works, regardless of cultural identity, are created and presented.
I think the JACCC can play a huge role in bringing the broader Southern California community together with the Little Tokyo community.
The Little Tokyo of the future will definitely be multicultural. It will be vibrant, and I think it has to be. We can either define it very narrowly and say, well, it's really only for fourth-generation people, or we can take a broader definition and say, yeah, the Japanese American community is for anyone who feels like they're a part of it.
It just shows that JACCC is willing to open its arms wide and introduce new information to the community so that we continue to grow and expand our own consciousness.
There is a general openness to fresh ideas, and I think that's why the JACCC fosters future community leaders, and it listens to what the community wants, and it entrusts young people with the ability to say, fine, if you want that, let's make it happen and let's do it together.
These are our renewable resource, our young people. They're going to remember our stories and pass our stories on. They're doing it in new ways, and this is a place that needs to be here for them.